Hi students, welcome to your public speaking class. My name is Jennifer Ramsey and I wanted to personally welcome you to the class. I'm the Department Chair of Communication and I lead a wonderful staff team who have worked really hard to put together a great class for you. The course you're enrolled in was created by all of us. So whether you have an adjunct instructor or a full-time instructor, we wanted to give everyone the same quality experience in public speaking. We have one of the best staff teams in the nation when it comes to public speaking. Together, they have over 60 years of experience in teaching college-level public speaking, but also in training professional coaches, trainers, and even competitive speech students. Some of our students have gone on to compete at the state, local, national levels and win awards. So all of us have come together. We've put our best lesson plans forward, and we've created a course that anyone who takes public speaking in our department has the opportunity to finish. So know that every assignment that you see in here was put together with care and thought and came from an expert in the field. This was collaboratively put together. So you're going to see videos from different people, but know that the person who has made the announcement on the screen in front of you that you're seeing right now, you just see yellow blanks. That's because that's going to be customized to a specific instructor who's been handpicked for you based on where you live or what time your class is or certain things like that. And they have said, hey, I want to teach these students. And so you're going to get to meet them through that announcement, which was also probably emailed to you by now. So when you see this screen, where you see yellow, you'll have seen the contact information for your particular instructor. And there will be some differences that each instructor puts into the course to make it their own. But by and large, a lot of the things you see here, everyone is doing because we have found that these are the ways to make students successful in a speech class. Most of us come to public speaking very afraid of public speaking. So we understand that and we're here to work with you. And we even have a unit where we'll talk specifically about that fear. But for now, what I want to show you is how to make this class work. So here we go. The first thing you're going to see when you log into Blackboard and you click on your speech class is your announcements. Right now, there's just this basic announcement right here in the class. However, as your instructor has specific things to say to your class, those will appear here. Most of the time, those will also be emailed to you. The next thing you're going to want to notice is the faculty information. So I'm going to click on that. And when I click on that, you're going to see a variety of things that are available to you in here. I am going to pause this for a minute because it's not quite what I wanted you to see, but the main thing you're going to see, well, I won't pause it, but will be located here. It'll look a little bit different because I'm in the instructor shell. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that right now. Okay, so this is what it should look like for you. Again, your instructor will have all of their contact information, their office hours, the way that you can reach them and all of that kind of stuff included here. Then the next place you want to go, look all the way, if you can follow my mouse, look all the way to the left of the screen here, and you're going to want to click on course information. This is going to take you to the syllabus for our class, as well as an outline of what you can expect in the class, an introductory video about what speech really is. So these three elements will be present for you. Click on your course syllabus. And here you will see a basic syllabus. Again, the very first parts of this are going to be customized based on your instructor. But if you look at the left of this screen, it's going to show you everything you need. So I'm going to click on textbook, which the very good news for this class is it's text-free. We found some resources on the web that we think are better and will guide you through a more professional speaking experience. And speaking is something you have to kind of experience. It's not really something you read and write about. So by saying it's text-free, we're going to connect you to a lot of different resources instead. Doesn't mean there isn't any rigor here, but it does mean you don't have a bill for a textbook in this class, and that we're hoping is a gift to all of you. It also means right now, sitting here, you should have everything you need for this class if you have internet access. One of the things you'll notice the class requires is access to Microsoft Word software. The Microsoft Office, which includes Word and PowerPoint and Excel. We use PowerPoint and Word in this class. It is required. The other formats don't work. So make sure that you get a copy of that. If you don't already have that, don't go spend money on it. If you're an OC student, we have a link that we can provide you that will get you access to these resources absolutely free of charge. That's a wonderful benefit to being a student. The next thing you're going to see clicking, follow me on the left here, information about the class. So it's going to go through everything you need to know about the course. It's going to tell you about the grading, okay, your course participation, things we expect from you, course policies, your class schedule. This is what is due when, and it'll be customized by your instructor based on when things are due. So pay close attention to that. This is some stuff that a lot of students kind of tend to skip over, but it's talking to you about what the reasons why you have to take this class and what it is that we hope you're learning to accomplish, both in the content as well as life skills and professional skills. So take a look at these when you get a chance. It's really actually pretty important. This is telling you that the class is a core class, which means it's something that A, should transfer to any other state college you go to, as well as it meets the basics, which is what a lot of people call core. A lot of you say you're here to get your basics. This is part of that. One thing too, if you're a student who is here for that reason, make sure you get all the basics, because if you wrap up your core here, the whole set of classes transfers to any state college you want to go to. But if you just get a few of them, then they can pick apart which ones they want you to count towards your core elsewhere. So if you have questions about that, please email me, jramsey@odessa.edu. I'd be happy to explain it to you in further detail. Here are the student learning outcomes that you're going to need to know. This is telling you, again, things we're expecting you to learn. And then here, if you're a major in our program, this tells you what outcomes to look at. And then here's the general Odessa College policies, and this will update accordingly. So if the library moves, they'll push through an update, and you'll know where that is. The reason I say that is at the time I'm recording this, our library is being reconstructed to be pretty awesome. And we send students there. So you always are going to want to know about where the library is at. But for the immediate future, it's in a couple places, and I'm recording this in fall of 2016. So if it's being reused later, probably that won't change. But right now it might. Then also there's some student support services you want to look for. It's going to tell you, like, if you're having trouble with Blackboard. A lot of students overlook this, but actually a lot of the problems students have are found in here in terms of how to address them. So if you're having trouble with Blackboard or email, there's a place there where you can go. And then down here are some just general resources, which right now we don't really have, but your instructor may put some things in there. So in general, you're not going to be looking at this every day. In general, when you want to log into your class, you're going to click over here. Again, follow me, I'm in the left, see where my cursor is, and you're going to want to click on coursework. Coursework is right here. The first thing you're going to see, again, is your deadlines and dates for the class. And then you're going to see, this won't quite look the same because the deadlines and dates will all be listed here. We don't list those usually in a calendar because we've had some trouble with the software staying current and uploading. So we're just listing them here on the front page. And it's going to tell you what each folder is, and it'll look a little different because your instructor will have filled this in for your class. The resources folder is the next folder. When you want to access a resource, you click on the title of it and it'll give them to you. But this has a cheat sheet for some of the questions that you might be writing for us that will help you write in a more critically thinking way. I think that was grammatically incorrect, but we're going to let it go for now. To help you write from a critical thinking perspective, we'll say that. And then here's a speech delivery checklist for online classes. There may be more or less resources here depending on what your instructor wants to add. The first folder for your content is right here. It's called the speech ladder. Basically, I want you to think of this class kind of like you would think of a math class, or even more appropriately, maybe a science class. A lot of people think I'm going to take speech, it's going to be easy, it's going to be a blow up, I don't have to do much, I'm just going to casually put together 3 speeches and I'm out of here. Sometimes that worked depending on your speech instructor in high school or maybe an earlier college class. Not how it's taught here, so be ready. This has daily homework because we've taken away a textbook for you to memorize and big giant tests. We have some activities and assignments every day, every week you're going to want to be logging into. So just like you would do math every day or science every day, You want to plan to be doing speech every day. The speech ladder is kind of your lab for speech. And this is a really unique program that we've been field testing for about 2.5 years. And we have found some places where students typically think they know what they're doing and we have to reteach, or we need to push them to the next level. So I'm really excited about the speech ladder. And the reason I am is because I came to my speech coaching career first as a person in the industry. And so a lot of the things in here are correcting things that you may have done wrong before in a speech class. And I hate to use words like right or wrong or black or white. But if you've ever sat through a really boring speech at graduation or a really boring PowerPoint at work or in your classes, most of what you have seen is probably not done well. We want to make you into the kind of dynamic speaker that's going to get a job, that's going to win a presentation proposal, or at the very least is going to sound really smart for the rest of your college classes. We don't just want you to mark this off the list and get done with it and get it over with. There's a reason why you're being asked to take this class, and that's to make you successful. So we're going to ask you to trust the process on the speech ladder and take it step by step. The assignments in here all need to be done in order. And they're going to take you through a set of experiences that you may do differently on your own. We're asking you to do it our way one time. And then if you want to change some things about how you normally do it, great. If you want to go back to the way you've always done things, great. But I guarantee you, by the time you complete this set of assignments, you're going to be ready and confident to give your first speech, your first big speech. You'll do a couple along the way, but your first research-based speech. You're also going to know the difference between academic research and regular research, and you're going to know how to speak in the kind of professional setting that's going to be competitive. So if your boss ever comes to you and says, hey, I need a presentation in the future, if you lean back on these assignments and remember what you learned, you may be the person he keeps relying on or she keeps relying on to ask you to go forward. And we have found in research that the people who are able to do this kind of presentation successfully, there's a lot of science behind the kind of speech we're asking you to give. They typically are the people who give award-winning speeches. They're competitive speeches. They're the kind of speeches that people get asked back to speak again because they're compelling and they're interesting, and the speaker knows how to take a little and plant it well, and they know how to look organized and successful and interesting. And that is what's going to set people apart. And that can lead to better jobs, more projects. If you're trying to win a bid or a grant from a community organization, you're trying to get a school board to listen to you as a parent, or you want to be the best teacher that kids ever want to take in a schoolroom. All of these are places where you can really learn to excel as a speaker. And research is showing us that people who speak confidently and in this way, which is extemporaneous, which you'll learn about, and it is also organized, and it is also visually compelling, the way you're going to learn to do the PowerPoints. We're going to do them differently than how you've probably ever seen them. If you are able to master those things, which this ladder is specifically designed to take you through, you're going to know how to give the kind of speech. And with some practice, research shows us that that's even more important than getting an Ivy League education in terms of making more money and getting more opportunities in your future. So we're not torturing you for no reason. Most students just want to get through the classwork quickly and get the class done. We understand that, but we are going to make you do this step by step the way we want it done. So this is probably the most important folder in this course. You want to do these assignments first, you want to do them on time, and you want to do them in order. I'm not saying you can't work ahead, but I am saying don't skip rungs. You don't want to climb a ladder that way. It's dangerous. You want to take each step, one step at a time. Make sure your instructor is satisfied with how you took that step before you move to the next one, because if you skip around, it's going to mess you up. And by class policy, if you skip around, we may not grade your speech. We're going to probably ask you to go back and take that step again. So make time for it. Do these assignments first. This particular folder lasts all the way through the course, so you'll be accessing it every week in the class. The other folders have due dates that come and go, but this one is open through the whole class. So when you click on the title to this, okay, you're going to see the first assignment. Don't get scared and run. It's our library field trip, and it's a fun one. And our students always dread this assignment, and they always come back telling us how wonderful it is. So buck it up. You're going to like it. I promise it'll be fun. And we're going to go to the library. But anyway, this is the first assignment that you're going to see. You'll notice when I try to scroll down here that there's a second assignment and a third assignment and a fourth assignment and a fifth and a sixth.